Kalispera. Guten Abend, liebe Zuschauer. Wir begrüßen euch wieder zu unserem Podcast Dialog, Dialogos von We Are Greek, What's Your Superpower? Wir möchten euch heute einen besonderen Gast vorstellen. In dieser Folge werden wir euch den Rechtsanwalt Yiannis Zografos vorstellen. Yiannis hat zu Beginn der Mikrobenkrise Mut bewiesen. Er veröffentlichte Artikel, bezog klar Stellung und scheute dabei keine möglichen Sanktionen. Ebenso verteidigte er Ärztinnen und Ärzte, die aus dem gesellschaftlichen und vor allem aus dem beruflichen Leben ausgeschlossen wurden, weil man ihre Erfahrungen und Expertise fürchtete, die sich später als zutreffend darstellen sollten. Ich selbst durfte Yiannis 2021 persönlich kennenlernen. 2022 trafen wir uns erneut in Athen, anlässlich der Demonstration Genug ist genug mit Professor Sucharit Bhakdi und Rechtsanwalt Dr. Reiner Füllmich, Mitbegründer und führender Kopf des international bekannten Corona-Ausschusses. Kurz darauf organisierte Jiota eine Videokonferenz mit Yiannis, Reiner und 2 Ärzten. Den Link werden wir euch bereitstellen. Ende vergangenen Jahres erfolgte dann ein Paukenschlag aus Griechenland. Ein Militärarzt wurde freigesprochen. Er hat 18 Jahre im griechischen Militär gedient, kritisierte öffentlich die Sicherheit und Wirksamkeit der C-19-Injektionsstoffe. Für seine Standhaftigkeit zahlte er einen hohen Preis. Er verlor seine Anstellung, sein Gehalt und seinen Status. Er warnte, dass die Nebenwirkungen schwerwiegender sein könnten als behauptet, dass junge Menschen unnötigen Risiken ausgesetzt würden und dass Geimpfte sich in falscher Sicherheit wiegen könnten, da keine sterile Immunität erzeugt wird. All das führte zu einem Verfahren vor dem Militärgericht, einem Gericht, was für seine besondere Strenge bekannt ist. In einer Presseerklärung sagte der Militärarzt: Wir dürfen uns nicht von der Wahrheit abbringen lassen, nur weil einige Menschen diese nicht hören wollen. Dieses Urteil ist nicht nur ein Sieg für mich, sondern für jeden, der in diesen schweren Zeiten gegen den Strom geschwommen ist. Es ist uns daher eine große Ehre, heute seinen Anwalt bei uns begrüßen zu dürfen. Herzlich willkommen, Yiannis Zografos.
Welcome, very, very warm welcome to you, Yiannis Zografos. Ich möchte kurz hinzufügen, the introduction, all that Alkmeni said, we will translate it in written form, and
okay.
We will put it then in the interview before we release the interview, so that the international viewers and listeners could also have the point what it's all about. Because of the international importance, we will translate all this Alkmeni, what you said in English, in written form, okay?
First of all, thank you very much for the invitation, and I'm very glad to be among you.
And we will continue in English because of this international importance, what you did. And it's so great to have you here. And it's an honor for us too. And we are very, very pleased. So I will start first asking you to introduce yourself. You are a lawyer in Greece. Mm-hmm. And you have recently won a groundbreaking case in Greece that sets an international precedent. And what case was it? And what is your, what's your, what you did?
First of all, I didn't do something special. I'm just a lawyer. I'm a criminal lawyer here in Greece. The pity is that I am in Greece. Why the pity? Because I didn't believe that this decision would come from a Greek court. although it's from a martial court, it's not a classical court, but it is something very important, not only for Greece, but all over the world, I suppose. Let me give you some rough details of this case so that everyone could understand what happened here in Greece. There was a military doctor in the beginning of his career. His name was Karanagnostis, Panagiotis Karanagnostis. And what was the felony that he did according to the Greek law? That the military doctor had said that through his page in Facebook, everything that now is absolutely acceptable all over the world, namely that the vaccines we are talking about the COVID vaccination, of course, the vaccines for young and healthy people are a terrifying exaggeration. That young and healthy people who are vaccinated for COVID enter a path of very rare and dangerous diseases and the side effects, that vaccinated people are getting sick and transmit the virus exactly like those who are not vaccinated, and even more, that there is no reason why someone who has got a rapid test, 24 hours or 48 hours rapid test, should not be able to move around freely, since these persons are safer than those who were vaccinated, etc., etc. For all these reasons, he was charged for spreading false news, and this is a felony. And of course, it has a lot of consequences to his career and to his military careers also. What we have to say here is the most important of all, according to my opinion, is that the prosecution witness was the head doctor of the military body. He was a high-ranking officer. He was not just a doctor. He was a high-ranking officer. I think that it is called in English vice marshal, air marshal, and a member of the vaccination committee in Greece. So he had everything as a member of this committee and as a high-ranking officer, everything from the state to condemn Karanagnostis and what he thought about vaccination. I do not know what to say more specifically. Please ask so that
Yes.
I can understand what you are interested in.
I prepared some questions which I think are important and shows huge meaning of this precedent case. I heard it is said that the military courts are stricter than civil courts, and I think at least that is what is the importance, because make the success you achieved for the military doctor who had, and this was very curious. He had refused both to take the vaccine and to administer the vaccine to persons. The military courts, is it true that they are stricter than the civil courts? And if it's so, how were you able to convince the court to make this decision and to judge Karanagnostis unanimously acquitted. So this is a very tremendous, yeah. I think this is really big if it's a difference in that way between military courts and civil courts. Is that so? Oh, ist ein bisschen eingefroren.
Έφυγε.
No, δεν έφυγε. Απλώς η κάμερα, the camera is not on. Nah.
Something happened with, I suppose that something happened with the signal.
No problem.
Sure.
But were you able to listen to what my question was?
Yes.
Yeah.
About the court and how we achieved this decision.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I talk now? Yeah. Can I go on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is true that the military court, the martial court, is obviously stricter than the civil courts. How this was achieved? I suppose that it was the good timing, also the good preparation, and also the good witnesses we had against this case. We had made a very good work with this team, working together and have lots of evidence, international evidence, against vaccinations. And it also helped that while the case got in the court in 2023, it was judged a few months ago. So the international community, the international scientific community had gathered lots of evidence against the COVID vaccination, and that made us, gave us the opportunity to use all this evidence in favor of Karanagnostis and use them before the court. And so there was indisputable that while we were checking all this evidence and backing them with doctors, with real doctors here in Greece, it would be very difficult for the court to decide something else from what decided.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very interesting. Okay. And can you briefly summarize the reasoning behind the verdict for legal non-experts like we are? Can you briefly summarize it with easy words? What the judges, was the reasoning?
Yes. Before doing that, it would be helpful, I suppose, to say what this member of the vaccination committee, this doctor, this vice marshal, said as a witness in the court, because it is astonishing to see how derelict is their all the history that comes to back the COVID vaccination. He said that the mRNA vaccines are 30-year-old. Can you hear that? I repeat, 30-year-old. They have been used since 1980 something onwards, he said. And when the president asked him, how can you tell that? Do you have evidence? Can you prove that these mRNA vaccines, which we know that were invented a few years ago, have been using, the scientific community have been using them since 1980? Can you prove that? And he said, yes, I can prove that. I have evidence, but I do not have this evidence with me. So just take my word on that. He said the most important of all is that he said that I admit that the vaccines caused the thrombosis.
Yes.
He said in the beginning, he also said that in the beginning, whoever suffered from coronavirus and something else, and another disease, and then died, he was written that he died from coronavirus. So everyone who had coronavirus and something else in Greece was written in the books and in their statistics that he died of coronavirus.
Yes, the same in
So
Germany.
this was a big fraud, a
Yes.
fraud to boost the numbers, to change the statistics so they
Exactly.
would provide everybody with the vaccines. Okay,
Yes.
that's the whole story. So to come to your question, to the answer, the court said that since no evidence that what Karanagnostis said cannot be counter-proved,
Mhm.
everything he said is considered to be true. So there is no chance for spreading false news. So he is innocent. To summarize everything,
Yeah,
the
very
the the prosecution did not have the evidence to prove that what Karanagnostis said was false. Because, as you know, you cannot prove to be innocent. Someone else should prove that you are not innocent. Okay,
Yes.
according to criminal law. So since they could not provide the evidence for what Karanagnostis, the specific text that he said was false, he is innocent.
This is very, very tremendous because it's so simple because of common sense.
Yes,
And I'm asking myself, why do the other courts, either even in Germany or wherever, don't follow this simple rule? I can't understand this.
yes.
Do you think that this reasoning would have been achieved in a civil court?
It would be much more difficult because, you know, I do not know about Germany, but in Greece, justice is not independent. The
Yes.
head of the head of the courts, at least at high level, are not independent
Yes.
from the government. I mean,
Yes.
so it is very easy if somebody looks down to this judge and says that you have to decide this or that, the judge will do that. He will not confront the government. He will not confront the media. He could not confront all the vaccination industry. It's impossible.
Yes.
It is much easier, as everyone can understand, for a martial court. I am not
Very
quite sure. I am not quite sure if they have they knew about this case that was coming into the martial court. I'm not sure whether they were interested in searching what's going on in the martial courts. That's why we have this decision.
Very, very important because in Germany, of course, it's the same circumstances. All the judges follow the orders of the government, and if they would do something like this, just like Karanagnostis did, their career would be ended immediately, and that's why they follow this.
The orders. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same, and that's very astonishing what you said for me, that the military court is somehow more independent. Very,
Yes.
very interesting. Yes, and thank you for this information. I found it very important, and it has to be spread widely.
Yes, and the most important, excuse me, I want to add something, that the most important of that is that this decision is a precedent because it cannot be changed.
Yes.
It cannot be appealed on. It's a definite decision.
Irrevocable,
So
yes.
it's irrevocable, yes.
And this is my next question, and you see our talk is leading to this. My next question is, since the verdict cannot be appealed, these reasons are set out in black and white now, and they are irrevocable. What is, in your opinion, the international significance of this precedent, and have other lawyers approached you after winning this tremendous important case?
Yes, I have distributed this decision to other colleagues that were interested in that. But the most important of all is that this decision has been asked to mail it to the American administration, to the health department of the US, so they would see how this could be used. I do not know how exactly, because we have a different law culture. Europe from the United States has a totally different legal system. The exception of Britain is another thing, but the thing is that the continental Europe has a totally different legal system from the US system. But nevertheless, they wanted this decision so that they would study it and see how they can use it in the US.
Yes, and we, Alkmini and I, we would like to have this reasoning in written form so that we can translate it officially. Because, oh, my cats are playing hide and seek. Because we have lawyers in Germany who are interested in this case, very interested, and they need to go on further and seeing if they can use it and how. They need this reasoning. And
yes,
we will prepare it, and we will be very, very pleased if you can hand it out to us so that we can...
this is your copy. I have a copy for you.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to receiving it, and we will spread it, I promise, because we have a lot of ways to spread this information, and we will do it because I find it our duty to do so, because in my opinion, what happened the last 5 years, in my personal opinion, is because it's worldwide and simultaneously the biggest crime against humanity. And I think this should never be forgotten. This should, in my opinion, I can't forgive that so easily because I saw so many people suffering. And our duty is that this must be spread out, because humans are so easy to forget things from the past. And they can be again and again. This is we have to stop this, and we will do so.
And I would like to, from my point of view, I would like to thank you for the tremendous work you are doing, both you, Jiota and Alkmini, to spread the news around, not only the decision and in general, because the lack of information, the media of the establishment is very crucial now. Now it's not only in Greece, all over Europe, because Europe as you see, the European Union is collapsing. And if it is collapsing because of its sins, we will have to be glad about that, and we will have to help with our small efforts this European Union, this corrupt European Union, to collapse at all. We can help that.
Yes. Yes, because Yiannis, we are in a war. We are in an information war. It's a war of information, of lack of information, of false information, of brainwashing people's mind. Just as you mentioned before, the fraud statistics, everyone who has a car accident was a corona victim.
Yeah.
It was so disgusting what they did. And the media, in my opinion, are spreading this information, and they are to be held accountable first, because they help to that we reach in this point where we are. And this is my next question. Where are we now? You are correct. I see it too. The EU is corrupt, and it soon will collapse because they do it by their own. They do it by themselves. They want a war. They are in war with, now they are attacking the free speech. Elon Musk is held accountable for, I don't know, 140 million because he refused to censor the X platform. It's so disgusting, and this won't last much longer, I think, because a lot of people, is that what I see here in Greece, are awake. They know what is going on, but they hesitate to speak it out because they are afraid of just that what happened to Mr. Karagnostis. And but sooner or later they will come out when we show that it's that we have to do it. And my question is, what is the situation, in your opinion, in Greece at the moment? Is there an awareness campaign or something similar to what happened in Germany, where the leaked RKI protocols, it's just the RKI is something like the CDC in America, yes. Clearly show that the measures and the pressure exerted by the government on the population to get vaccinated were not based on scientific facts, but on political decisions. In Germany, this is the leaks from the RKI files show it 100%. Is this something similar happening in Greece too? Do we have some hope?
Unfortunately, not. The corrupt Greek government in 2022, if I can remember well, they passed a law saying that all the doctors and this society that introduced the vaccination in Greece and tried to brainwash everybody through media cannot be charged civilly or criminally in any court. So whatever they have done it just like that, without being able to be prosecuted. And that's dictatorship. That has nothing to do with democracy. That has nothing to do with free will. That has nothing to do with European Union and all these false ideas they are trying to suggest that the European Union is backing. There is no possibility that here can be done anything closely to what has happened in Germany, because there is this law which is humiliating for the Greek democracy. this law, as I said, gives an amnesty, that's the correct word, to every doctor is eligible or he has in his books dead people because of his decision. And that's unacceptable.
This is not about justice.
It has nothing to do with justice.
No, but when crimes were committed, there has to be justice. And I remember Reiner Füllmich, Dr. Reiner Füllmich, your colleague, the German colleague, who was kidnapped and silenced and put in prison because he shows all the evidence that it was a big fraud. Corona was a big fraud. He said there cannot be a freedom without justice. First,
absolutely right.
You have to have justice for all victims, then you can have freedom. And these are the right steps. Do you think, this is my next question, I have it written here, and it's very interesting that we lead in the end to this. Do you think, will there be a neutral scientific and legal review of the global alleged coronavirus pandemic and the measures that violate human rights? Will there somehow and someday be this justice and this charges to all these people who did this to humanity? Can we have a little bit of hope?
I will answer to your very intelligent question like that. When democracy is reinstated all over Europe, this will happen. Until then, we will have to struggle more for freedom and justice throughout Europe. If democracy does not come back to European Union, this will never happen. So we will have, it's a political matter, of course, as you understand, because we are talking about politics now. There is no possibility for everything like that to happen with this establishment, which is corrupt, with this establishment, which is a dictatorship in a vest of democracy. When democracy comes back, then we will talk about justice. And then yes, the answer is yes, then everything will happen.
I want to be optimistic. I trust in a higher power. I trust in God, and I trust in justice that comes from God. And if we keep the faith, I think,
of course,
we will have help from outside, from wherever, from outside, from another country, from another dimension. I don't know, but
I'm very happy
to be optimistic.
I'm very happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. It is this is what I believe and what I feel, and I am sure that our big master, which is our God, will help us to come to what Europe has been a few years ago and not now. Everything will come back again. I am sure about. I can be sure about that because things are changing every day, and you know, when the beast is dying, it's more how to say hostile.
Yeah.
It's more dangerous.
Yes. Yes,
to,
and it's
to
screaming
everybody.
loudly. Yeah.
So the beast is dying, and we will be here to see it happen.
Yes, this is what I want. I want to see this happen, and I want justice for all victims. And I'm very happy that we have people like you, a courageous lawyer, people like Panagiotis Karagnostis, a courageous doctor who refuses not only for himself, but for the
course not.
others, to give it to the others. This is very tremendous. It's an important point. With people like Dr. Reiner Füllmich, who
Yes.
stands his ground. He's very strong.
Who was the pioneer? Who was the pioneer of
Yes.
that?
And they tried to silence him, but as it a very touching episode was for me the shooting, the killing, the execution of Charlie Kirk. But I want to repeat: you shoot a person, but you wake up a giant, because the whole movement is getting bigger and bigger and stronger from all these good people. And I with the help of God and all these good people just like you, we will get it. We will get this beast down, and yeah, it's going to be a little bit more screaming, but
it will be done.
Mind.
It will be done. I would like to convey I would like you, Jiota, to convey my greetings, my sincere greetings, and my love to my colleague Reiner, who's in prison, and we will be here to greet him when he comes out to continue his work, because his work, the work that he began a few years ago, will not and cannot end like that.
It's not ending. He is working, still working, and he's a good connected, and there are a lot of good people around him, and this time will pass, and he will come out, and then he will continue. And what did Reiner say always in German? Alkmini just said it.
Oh Gott, jetzt bin ich völlig, wir kriegen sie.
Wir kriegen sie alle. Yes, Reiner used to say, it's a saying of him, we will get them all.
Mhm. It's ein schönes Schlusswort.
I believe in that.
Yes.
Me too. I'm sure about it.
Please convey him my greetings.
We will do so. I thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Yes. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for explaining. Thank you for giving hope and optimism. And I'm looking very, very forward when we meet someday in person. And yes, and we will continue the work together. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.